So hey guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. Well, today's video is going to be a storytelling video, and we're diving into the Thor versus Galactus storyline. More specifically, we'll talk about Thor, the Black Winter, a comic arc where Thor and Galactus face off. Thor, our favorite MCU superhero, meets Galactus, who is rumored to soon debut in the MCU through the Fantastic Four movie. There's even a possibility that we might see these characters clash in the MCU someday. So, this is the perfect time to explore this incredible comic story. The artwork is top-notch, and the story is absolutely amazing. Get ready to be entertained. But before we jump in, keep one thing in mind. This story takes place after the War of the Realms, where Thor has already become the king of Asgard. With that context in mind, let's start the video. In the opening scene, we see Mjolnir speeding across the universe, traveling through different realms. Eventually, it reaches Earth, where the Avengers are battling a monster. Mjolnir pierces straight through the creature, defeating it instantly. Iron Man and Captain America are left in shock at what they witness. Next, we see Thor standing on the Bifrost Bridge, with ravens perched on his shoulders. He summons his hammer and speaks to Lady Sif, who is now the guardian of the Bifrost. Thor asks her if there is anything across the 9 realms that requires his attention. Lady Sif, much like Heimdall in the past, can see across the realms and tells Thor that all problems in the realms are resolved, and he should focus on being the king of Asgard. As Thor twirls his hammer, he notices a message engraved on it. "Nice shot. Enjoy your retirement." It's likely written by Tony Stark, encouraging Thor to relax. But retirement doesn't seem to be in Thor's destiny. The very next day, while Asgard celebrates and King Thor addresses his people, something massive crash lands in the kingdom. It's none other than Galactus himself. For those unfamiliar with Galactus, here's a brief introduction. Galactus is a cosmic being who, before our current universe existed, there was another universe. When that universe was destroyed, only one being managed to escape its annihilation and survive the Big Bang. That being was Galactus. After entering this new universe, Galactus needed to sustain himself by consuming the life force of various planets. To aid him in finding these planets, he granted his powers to several individuals, making them his heralds. These heralds search for planets suitable for Galactus to consume. Over time, Galactus became a tremendously powerful entity with equally formidable heralds. Now this mighty character has crash-landed in Asgard, causing chaos across the realm. Amidst the commotion, Thor grabs his hammer and confronts Galactus, questioning his audacity. Thor prepares to strike Galactus with his hammer and lightning, but Galactus stops him and says, "Wait, I haven't come to fight you. I've come to seek your help. You're the only one who can stop this." Galactus reveals that Star Plague has returned, and the Black Winter is approaching. After saying this, Galactus falls unconscious, leaving Thor puzzled. In the next scene, we see Volstagg noticing something alarming. Asgard's world tree is withering. This can only happen when a catastrophic event is imminent. It indicates the arrival of a great danger unknown to Thor. Since Galactus remains unconscious for a long time, Thor sends a message across the universe to summon Galactus's heralds, including Stardust, Firelord, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. They gather in Asgard's meeting hall, and Thor asks them about the Black Winter that Galactus spoke of. However, none of the heralds know anything about it. Suddenly, Silver Surfer emerges, phasing through the walls, and greets Thor. He then asks Thor, "Do you know the true origin of Galactus?" At that moment, Cosmic Ghost Rider recounts Galactus's origin story, which I've already shared. Galactus survived the destruction of a previous universe and entered this one. Silver Surfer then adds that the unknown force responsible for the destruction of the previous universe has many names, including Star Plague. In this universe, it is known as Black Winter. The Black Winter is a cosmic entity capable of devouring entire universes and realities, much like how Galactus consumes planets. And this is the Black Winter, a threat unlike any other Thor has ever faced. Thor asks Silver Surfer how the Black Winter can be stopped. Silver Surfer replies that there is no definitive way to defeat it. However, there is only one being who has survived the Black Winter not once, but twice: Galactus. The first time Galactus survived was when he existed in the previous universe. The second time was just now when the Black Winter entered the current universe, and Galactus barely escaped, crashing into Asgard. Silver Surfer then explains his plan to Thor. During Galactus's long existence, he discovered 5 planets with extraordinarily unique and immense energy. If Galactus consumes these 5 planets, his power would become unimaginably immense, making him possibly capable of facing the Black Winter for a third time. However, this plan comes with a risk. Such a powerful Galactus could also become unstoppable and pose a threat to the universe. Thor and Silver Surfer decide to work together to escort Galactus to these planets and help him consume their energy. When the injured Galactus regains consciousness, Silver Surfer, Thor, and the Asgardian army approach him. Using telepathy, Silver Surfer explains the plan in a single moment and adds that King Thor himself has agreed to join the mission. Galactus responds to Silver Surfer saying, "When you look into the Black Winter, you see your end. You see your death. But do you know what I saw the last time I gazed into the Black Winter? I saw Thor." As he says this, Galactus unleashes a massive blast of cosmic energy at Thor. The attack is so powerful that it seems fatal, and Volstagg screams in panic. However, Galactus reveals his true intent. "Thor, if you are destined to be my death, then we must first fight together to defeat the Black Winter. If we fail, we will both perish. But if we succeed, I will decide what to do with you afterward." Thor is revealed to be alive. In fact, Galactus has shared some of his cosmic energy with him, transforming Thor into the Herald of Thunder. Now imbued with the power of a Galactus Herald, Thor and Galactus set off toward the first planet Galactus must consume. Thor insists that Galactus consume the planet in such a way that the inhabitants are allowed to escape, ensuring their survival while powering Galactus for the coming battle. Galactus, disregarding Thor's plea to spare the planet's inhabitants, destroys the entire world. In a hurry, Thor uses the Bifrost to teleport the planet's alien inhabitants to Asgard, promising them citizenship and safety. However, Galactus's actions ignite a heated conflict between him and Thor. Thor, enraged, attacks Galactus, targeting his fingers and knees. Amidst the chaos, cannonballs and gunfire rain down on Galactus. Beta Ray Bill arrives on his spaceship, attempting to stop Galactus. Beta Ray Bill's origin. Beta Ray Bill belongs to a species whose homeworld was destroyed by Surtur. While leading his people through space in search of a new home, he encountered Thor. In their confrontation, Beta Ray Bill proved worthy by lifting Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Recognizing his worthiness, Odin forged a new hammer for him, called Stormbreaker. However, Galactus later destroyed the planet Beta Ray Bill's species had settled on, leaving them homeless again. This fueled Beta Ray Bill's hatred for Galactus. Conflict between Thor and Beta Ray Bill. Believing Thor to be under Galactus's control, Beta Ray Bill urges Thor to step aside so he can stop Galactus himself. Thor tries to explain that he's not under Galactus's influence, and that helping Galactus is essential to saving the universe from the Black Winter. This misunderstanding leads to a fierce battle between Thor and Beta Ray Bill. During the fight, Thor transforms out of his Herald of Thunder form to prove his identity, but this only angers Beta Ray Bill further. Bill accuses Thor of enabling Galactus to destroy countless planets, including his own. The battle intensifies until Beta Ray Bill manages to grab Mjolnir. In retaliation, Thor seizes Stormbreaker and strikes it against Mjolnir, completely shattering Bill's hammer. At this critical moment, Lady Sif intervenes, rescuing Beta Ray Bill and de-escalating the fight. With the situation resolved, Thor and Galactus continue their journey to the next planet. Rescue and consumption of planets. For the next 3 planets, Thor ensures the evacuation of the local inhabitants using the Bifrost before Galactus consumes the planet's energy. Despite their collaboration, tension between Thor and Galactus remains high due to Galactus's callous disregard for life. On the 5th planet, Cryo, Thor desperately tries to convince the aliens to leave their home world, but they refuse to abandon it. Just as the situation grows more tense, the Black Winter arrives and begins consuming the entire galaxy around that part of space. Despite Thor's attempts, the aliens are unwilling to evacuate their planet. Galactus intervenes, telling Thor that they have no choice. Either the Black Winter will devour the planet and their plan will fail, or Galactus will have to consume the planet himself. With no other option, Galactus swallows the entire planet, along with its inhabitants. Thor is deeply moved by the event, tears welling in his eyes, and he warns Galactus that once the Black Winter is over, he will face the consequences for his actions. Galactus responds that the reckoning will come after the winter is finished. Thor and Galactus, now united, prepare for their final confrontation with the Black Winter. Meanwhile, Beta Ray Bill asks Lady Sif about Thor's status, to which she responds that Thor has ventured to a place where even she can no longer track him. Despite their combined efforts, every attack from Thor and Galactus seems to have no effect on the Black Winter. The storm of the Black Winter gradually engulfs Thor, and he finds himself in a vast hall. Thor shouts, challenging the Black Winter to face him if it dares. The Black Winter responds, asking Thor if he knows how his death will unfold. Thor boldly declares that he is not afraid of death, but the Black Winter retorts, "Good, because death isn't afraid of you either." Suddenly, Thor faces an impossible sight. Gore the God Butcher, whom Thor had previously defeated. Thor is stunned to see him alive. As Thor reacts in disbelief, another figure appears behind him. Loki, followed by all the other villains Thor has defeated in the past, including Malekith, Enchantress, Dr. Doom, Surtur, and others. The Black Winter says that any of these villains could have been Thor's end, but Thor overcame them all. The Black Winter claims that Thor's destiny was always to survive until the end of the universe, and to bring lightning and light to a dying world. However, something is changing in Thor's fate, something beyond time's end, and the Black Winter wants to reveal it to Thor. But Thor, undeterred, declares that he will fight with all his power. With that, Thor unleashes his full might, shattering the Black Winter into fragments. Free from the Black Winter's hold, Thor breaks free from the hall, ready for whatever comes next. The Black Winter gradually reforms itself and takes on a dark version of Thor's form. Seeing this, Thor tells Galactus that when Galactus first looked inside the Black Winter, he might have seen that the true end was not Thor, but the Black Winter taking Thor's form. The Black Winter taunts Galactus, asking why he hasn't told Thor what he saw the first time he looked into the Black Winter. It then reveals that it created Galactus. The Black Winter says it gave Galactus his powers and turned him into its herald, much like how Galactus would consume planets but leave some behind and choose a herald to find new worlds for him. The Black Winter did the same with Galactus, sparing his life in exchange for becoming its herald and searching for universes for it. However, Galactus ran away from the Black Winter's plan. The Black Winter continues, saying it didn't come to Thor's universe because it's interested in it. Its destiny is darker than even the Black Winter itself. It came to find its lost herald, Galactus, and punish him. Furious, Galactus attempts to attack the Black Winter, but it overpowers him with a single strike, sending him crashing into a nearby planet. Thor approaches Galactus, and Galactus urges him to strike now, saying this is the moment while the Black Winter is vulnerable. But Thor responds that it isn't just we, it is I who will strike. Thor confronts Galactus, saying that he can no longer stand by after all the lies Galactus told him and the destruction Galactus brought to so many worlds. Enraged, Thor tells Galactus that he lied to him, and with those words, Galactus attacks Thor. However, Thor uses his powers to absorb the entirety of Galactus's cosmic energy, including all the new powers Galactus had gained by consuming planets. Galactus is shocked, realizing that Thor is no longer just the normal Thor. He is King Thor, with full control over his Thor force, allowing him to harness and control the cosmic energy better than even Galactus could. Thor, with the absorbed cosmic power, tells Galactus that for all his sins, he will now face death. With those words, Thor throws a hammer charged with cosmic power at Galactus. This marks a turning point. Thor, fully empowered, is ready to face Galactus and the Black Winter head-on. The hammer, charged with cosmic power, pierces through Galactus, nearly killing him. Witnessing this, the Black Winter approaches and thanks Thor for finally punishing Galactus. The Black Winter offers to leave Thor's universe if Thor hands Galactus over to it. However, Thor refuses, stating that Galactus is no longer its herald, but now serves Thor. The Black Winter questions why Thor would still need a nearly dead Galactus, asking what use he has now. Thor, however, has a plan. He knows that if he allows the Black Winter to leave, it will continue consuming other universes in the multiverse, causing countless innocent lives to be lost. So, Thor uses his cosmic powers to overcharge Galactus's dead body, triggering a massive cosmic blast. This blast severely weakens the Black Winter, leaving it with only a final particle. In a weakened voice, the Black Winter speaks, telling Thor that he has won, but before it dies, it wants to show him his death. It challenges Thor to take its final particle, promising it will show Thor his end. Thor accepts, and soon after, Thor returns to Asgard. Not only has he defeated Galactus, but he has also vanquished the entity that even Galactus served, the Black Winter, a threat to the multiverse. Thor sits on his throne when Silver Surfer visits him, asking Thor about what he saw when he looked into the Black Winter. Specifically, Silver Surfer wonders what Thor saw about his own death. Thor tells him that he saw nothing, but as usual, Thor is lying and hiding the burden of his fate. Thor did see his end, though. In his vision, he saw a version of Thanos wielding Mjolnir, with all the Infinity Stones. Behind him, there was an army of undead superheroes, including powerful ones like Sentry and Hulk. This is the story of Thor, the Black Winter. That's all for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share it. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you in our next video.